Hello everyone, Phoenix Fella here, and welcome back to a different type of Let's Play, Let's Talk. This one's going to be primarily about CSGO. But don't worry, if you like my other Let's Plays, Let's Talks, you'll probably like this one. But let's get this started. For those of you who don't know what CSGO is a military style team-based game where if you're terrorist, you gotta plant the bomb on the bomb site. If you're counter-terrorist, you gotta stop them from planting the bomb on the bomb site, or defuse the bomb on the bomb site. It's kind of like demolition in Call of Duty. Don't kill me for saying that, CSGO folk, but that's the best I have to explain if they've never heard of CSGO. Anyway, so as you're playing CSGO, you have the chance to get a drop. A drop could include a weapon skin or a case. And then the case, you can buy a key, open the case, and get a weapon skin. Usually not for the same price you paid for the key. But anyway, weapon skins can be very profitable. It all depends on the rarity of the weapon, and of course the rarer it is, the harder it is to get, the more money it's gonna bring in. By the way, you can sell these items. I totally skipped over this. You can sell your weapon skins and even cases on the Steam market, or there's other ways to go about it, but the most sure way to do it is to sell it on the Steam market for whatever it is it's worth. Most of the time, cases are around, listed new cases, they're usually around 3 cents. The weapons, on the other hand, can be it's too huge to go through. But on average, it's about $3 cents to $1. If it's like an AK skin, you can get up to $3 for it, even in the worst condition. But typically, they're in between the 3 cents and dollar range. So you can sell your weapons, or you can sell them on the marketplace, or you can go through third-party websites where they sell them and you can cash out for PayPal money, or you can press your luck and go on some CSGO gambling websites. Now, have I done some CSGO gambling? Yes, about a year ago. For about 2 weeks, I fooled around with it, and I won some good stuff. And quickly, there was something about how connecting your account, that it could be compromised, so on and so forth. And I stopped and never looked back at CSGO gambling. Did it pay off for me? Yeah, I mean, I got a couple really good skins, and I did make enough to sell some stuff off to get some skins I really liked. So it worked out for me. I don't really have any complaints. Yes, I did lose, but I won bigger than I lost, if that makes sense. Because of course, I'm not dumb enough to bet like my good skins. I'd bet like my 3 cent skins, just as many 3 cent skins as I could in cases. And just, anyway, so there's a big ordeal going on right now about CSGO gambling, and I was asked for my opinion on it, so I'm going to give you my opinion on it. CSGO gambling itself, I'm torn on the topic, because I have nothing wrong with CSGO gambling. I don't have any ill will towards it. Do I personally want to partake in it? Not anymore, now that I've tried it. Now that I've seen what actually happens and everything in it, I'm not at all impressed, to the point I've never been really much of a gambler. Like, I've never even been to like the slots or a casino at all. That's not me. But it definitely has it for people that are like stockpiled on their cases and stuff, and cheap weapons. It's a good way to trade up and stuff like that. You know, bet a bunch of lower skins for the chance of getting a better skin, so on and so forth. So I don't really see anything wrong with it, but it could be bad. You could lose way too much on there, as people have. Now let me explain to this. A weapon, while typically worth not even $1, I actually got an M4A1S hot rod, which is pretty rare skin. It's not like the rarest by any means, but I sold it for $160. Yeah. I sold it at Steam Wallet. I wasn't betting that. I wasn't risking losing it and not getting anything in return. I sold that and I bought some new games. So if you're betting that type of, like, that big, and you're losing, and you don't have that income to make up for it, it could be bad. It could lead to losing a lot of money. Now, the reason why CSGO gambling has been in the news a lot, there's been a lot going on negatively. Now, the first thing that I was aware of was a Twitch streamer. He also is a coach for a pro team. He, and the gambling site he was working with, posted their dirty laundry all over the internet, where the streamer and the company agreed that they would, the gamer or the site would give the streamer, I'm not going to mention any names here, but if you're at all know anything about CSGO, you know who I'm speaking of. The site gave the streamer a list of when he would win, because it was already predetermined. The site, they know ahead of time what roles you're going to win, which ones you're going to lose. So they would give him a list, and how he would go about it is, when he knew he was going to win, he would bet big and win big. And negotiations between the two, or terms between the two, got on the really bad side, and they ended up parting ways. And instead of being happy with the amount he made, he actually wanted more, which led to him airing their dirty laundry, so they aired his. So that was that was like the little snowball going over the side of the mountain that led into the avalanche. The next thing I was made aware of was there was actually a lawsuit in Florida, I believe, where a mother of a child was suing, I think it's the actual website, the gambling site, plus Valve was added in. If you guys don't know who Valve is the people who run Steam. They're also the creator of CSGO and Counter-Strike, period. But the mother filed a lawsuit because her son had lost money on this gambling website. This is the one that I'm really fired up about, because how can you sue a company / website for your lack of parenting? Your son clearly had no parental, supervision, and went in and gambled actual money away. Well, somewhat actual money away. That made no sense. Money that can be used toward games, or even through PayPal money. He gambled it away, or she, whatever. It doesn't say if it's a female or male. You didn't have the proper parental controls in place to prevent him from going to gambling sites. Most of them ask you have to be 18, and you have to agree that you're 18. So he agreed that he was 18, breaking the law, going in underage gambling, and now you're pointing the finger at the company, suing them. Why? Why is that the case whatsoever? Unless the only way this is at all legit for me is if they were working as somewhat of like a police task force to shut down underage gambling, which I highly doubt that's the case. But you didn't supervise your child while he was on the internet, and he ended up losing money that shouldn't have been in play in the first place. You can't sue somebody because you weren't paying attention to your kid or what he was doing / what the child was doing online when you weren't looking. That is bad parenting at its finest. You know, I think this kid is 13 or something. My oldest one is 10 years old. She's getting to that age where she's curious about the internet. She wants to do more on the internet, play games, so on and so forth. I would never let my kid just free roam on the computer without knowing what she's doing. There's too many dark places on the internet that she could wind up on and everything. So, you know, limit what they can access. You know, I even have my 4-year-old. She loves YouTube. We limit through the account on YouTube and through parental controls on the device that she watches it on, so she can't access stuff she's not supposed to. Why can't you do the same? And why does it give you the right to turn around and sue the website that your child agreed that he was 18 to and lost money on? I mean, it's that, to me, that is bad parenting at its finest. And the fact that you are trying to sue to get the money back just shows that you are a very disgusting human being. That's what fires me up about this particular case in CSGO gambling. If it was my child, the child would not even been able to access any sort of gambling website. My child would not be able to access have a worthwhile inventory of that much. I wouldn't allow, I keep mine, as small as possible. I have some cool skins that are worth a little bit of money, but I don't have anything that's worth a ton of money. And I damn sure ain't gonna be betting it away. And I damn sure wouldn't let my, preteen or in this case teenager have access to that. I mean, you gotta be responsible with your money, and to hand it over to a kid so he can buy CSGO skins is kind of ridiculous, Anyway, it's my opinion that kid should never have been in that child should never had the ability to get to that website. If you were doing your job as a parent, he would not have been there, so you wouldn't be able to sue. So I hope that case gets thrown out. But in the screwed up world we lived in, I know it won't, and the parent will probably win. And there's so many people backing this and signing up for it. Of course, now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon like, wait, they're suing? They're going to get their money back? Oh, well, let me sign up for it too, Maybe I can get some money back. It's ridiculous. Knew full well going in that you had you risked the chance of losing money, and you did it anyway. Why should you be able to get money? You can't lose $3,000 at the local casino and then turn around and sue because you didn't know you were going to lose the money. I mean, that's not how it works. You can't go into the local casino with a fake ID and gamble all your money away and then bring your mommy up to the casino and have her demand your money back. That's not how it works in real life. I don't know why people think the internet works any differently. But the last case I want to talk about is really blowing up across YouTube. If you follow any type of drama YouTuber, such as Drama Alert, Scarce, anything, you heard about this story. It's even gone as far as BBC News website. and I think it even went to ESPN's website. So I mean, it's pretty a big story, and that's where two YouTubers, again, I'm not gonna mention the name, they had a gambling website. Never disclosed the information that they had the gambling website, meaning they never at all, while they're promoting it, said, by the way, we own this website. Matter of fact, they tried their best to hide it. They tried their best not to show that they were affiliated with it. You know, they showed in, they said in the description that this video brought to you by the, CSGO Lotto. But they never once said, by the way, I own this website. Which, I'm like on the fence about this. It was a brilliant marketing idea. They didn't, since they owned it, they could promote it without having to pay other YouTubers to promote it. They were big enough in their own right to promote this website and get it out there. And by them not saying, hey, by the way, I own this, they had more people believing that they could win money off of it. So it was a brilliant marketing idea to get people to their site. But it was also kind of on the greedy, sleazy side, because you're not cueing these people in that, hey, I own this website, so I'm going to be getting money off this. Most websites work that way anyway. So if you refer somebody to your website, you get a kickback, but they're getting huger profits because they are the bigger profits because they are the owners when people spend their money on there. So again, I'm on the fence. I don't really have an opinion about this. I don't know where the law stands. I know lawyers have come out and said that they did it illegally. They were really, shady about the whole ordeal. And I can see why. I mean, they definitely were hiding it. And since the story has come out, they have the main one I watched before this all went down, he's being shadier, lying about having anything to do with it at a certain time when he actually did, and so on and so forth. And he made an apology video about underage gambling, but he never really apologized for what he did. So he's been really shady about it, and it just kind of is a sign, like he's waving a flag at, yeah, I did wrongdoing, and just say, hey, yeah, I apologize, that was not the coolest thing I ever did. But hey, I apologize. I should, if I could change time, go back and do it again. That would go leaps and bounds further than what he has done. But I understand that there's legal matters and he has to kind of keep tight-lipped on it. So, it is what it is. But CSGO gambling in itself, I see nothing wrong with. It's just like gambling anything, gambling in casino and everything. Except, if you're smart about it, you don't really have to put any money out towards it. I mean, you can just bet the skins you get dropped, the weapon cases you get dropped. You don't actually have to put money in towards it. So, I mean, if you lose, it's just kind of like, well, it's not like I paid anything for it. But if you are betting, money you've put, skins that you've actually put out your money with, then yeah, you're kind of like tossing dollars down the toilet, because you're not guaranteed to win, you're not guaranteed to get it back, so you're really playing with fire on that one. So gambling, CSGO gambling itself, if handled properly, there's nothing wrong with it. If you're underage and you're on these gambling websites, you really shouldn't be there. Your parents should know that you're there. And if they don't, then A, you're doing something you're not supposed to, and B, they're not the greatest of parents for allowing you to that website. And sure as hell, you have no right to go back and sue because you lost money when you weren't supposed to be on the site anyway. So that's my opinions on it. That's all I got for you. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys want to see more Let's Plays, Let's Talk, be sure to click subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.